Okay, let's get on with it. So we're gonna go straight to open and pop up OBS. Okay. Bearish on the day. Going into the day. Accumulation, manipulation above. Asia highs, lower. Distribution throughout the day. Perfect. Let's go over the trades we could have taken. Everything I saw. We're gonna go mainly off of 1 minute structure. We did have like 2/5 quadrants of this. I'm pretty sure this was like an hourly. Actually, what's this? This needs to move. Maybe 4 hour or daily. What was this marked off of? I think it was a wick of some sort. Something was marked out where I was using the quadrants, which I can't really pinpoint, but. Okay, we're gonna go back down to the 1 minute. I'll move it in a second. I just want to note a few things that I saw, a few things that we took. Nothing 950, so keep this out of your head. No 950 trade. You know how the AM session has been bugging out recently. And I assume this is accumulation, manipulation through this low, longs off of the inversion. This was just a really quick trade where I probably would have got a break even because I was targeting this high as a take profit, but I did end up getting a re-entry when I saw it. I just didn't want to trade in my eval today. I kind of just gave up on it because I can't get funded on it because I registered under 18, but going over it, look at this IFEG. Was it this one? Yeah, it was. Okay, so NQ bottom ticked this one while MNQ did it. And it was this one right here. Bang, close above. This was a very clean, easy long. My stop loss was, I think it was right below this volume imbalance. Oh no, it was right below the gap. Okay, stop was right below the gap right here. Boom, IFEG right here. Run through the low 3 drives. We also had SMT with the lows. We had SMT with YM right here. And this is just a really clean trade. I just saw AMD accumulation, manipulation, and distribution higher. I want to see up to it. My break even was right here, even though break even is technically supposed to be right here. So after we put in a high retrace, use this BISI to support price. So let's see, we use this BISI to support price. It was pretty good. Now going a little bit deeper into the entry mechanic. I don't have a win rate. I think my win rate is like 10%. But what I saw right here was just change and save delivery. I want to see this series of order blocks get utilized and keep us pushing up higher. I want to see down close candle support a movement higher. We saw the inversion, change and save delivery. Everything looked clean. We ran lower, we failed to push lower. We had 3 drives. And this is also a market maker buy model. I want to see us use this as a smart money reversal before pushing us higher. So I was just mainly buy side, sell side of the curve. I was just bullish past this point. And I want to see repricing above. I mean, as you can see, this is accumulation. First stage, smart money reversal. Second stage, repricing above the original accumulation right here. So with that in mind, I should have anticipated a retracement back into discount for just to give us like a distribution leg, or yeah, an accumulation leg for another entry, which you can see right here. OTE lined up with this perfectly, and this is the second entry after the first stop out. So after the bottom tick long right here, they probably got broken even for most people. Right here, stopped the break even, didn't really run. We got our second trade, which was just accumulation, manipulation, distribution again. It was literally the exact same thing that we saw. The way I internalized it was just accumulation, manipulation, and then just distribution higher. That's literally just the way I saw it. So it's like, all right, this inversion right here, this is longs, and our stop loss. Reasoning for the stop loss, we ran into OTE, ran back down to the SIBI. I want to see us stay inside of OT of this range, and I want to see a breakaway gap get formed, meaning we cannot fully fill this gap. So my logic for this long, tap into it, we do not completely fill it, we're going to form a BPR, making this a protected low. And the BPR is also going to count as a breakaway gap. So I was just trying to anticipate structure with this. So breakaway gap, IFEG, boom, and our take profit was the original high. We had unfinished business there, and this is just a clean 1 to 10 that we had today. And some people took it. I put it inside of like my stats for the students, basically, right here. Some people took it, just really weaker take profits. Some people took this one, had conservative take profits, which they did good. If you trade technically, what was it called? This is probably going to be the best take profit we have. Romeo also caught that surprisingly. But nothing past here. I got off after I saw this. I was like, alright, this is good enough for me. Because I only target like 75 points, which for me, this would be my 1.5k take profit with just one in queue just to get my, what's the word for it? I just want to get my 1.5k profit, max profit for an eval, and then be done. But that just didn't really happen. So here, this is kind of the same thing. I mean, this was just an inversion in the long. So push lower, run lower. We do not want to be bullish. We're not going to run at the protected low. We don't want to be looking for shorts into a protected low. That's really not good. What did we bounce off of? Well, I can see this breaker right here. Sorry about that. Breaker, I mean, you could just use, what is it called? I don't have it. But, oh yeah, breaker, sorry about that. Breaker, boom, retrace into the breaker. I think we also ran to OTE for a second time. OTE breaker again, push up higher. I would literally just be looking for an inversion underneath because I want to be looking for longer. But it doesn't look like we would have actually gotten our entry or a fill for a full take profit. I would have thought it was a market maker buy model. Just retrace into OTE and distribute one last time to get us like terminus. And I probably would have gone long off of this inversion right here, which would have been good because it's like the same setup we've had in the past 3 times for this day. And I most definitely would have been looking for something past here. The only issue is the take profit. It didn't really have much fulfillment. So it would have been boom, fill, take profit, or right here after running up this little high right here, filling, running into, what did we resist off of? I know we resisted off of something. I don't want to say this is a reclaim Sibi. It's probably just a 5-minute higher time frame confluence. Like a 5-minute order block or something that we were rejecting off of. Is it this one? No, I don't think so. But we didn't really have a follow through to run at the high, and the reason for that was because today was kind of a seek and destroy day, which I'll show you what that is. Asia, London high, London low ran out, Asia highs and lows, so really lack of follow through on the day. We're lucky to even have had 2 really good trades here. It's just, you really have to depend on good conditions if you want to catch good trades. And I don't think I would have taken partials on this, so this must have most definitely been a break even. If you want to go technically break even, where you put in a high and then you go break even, you could look for this one after you put in this high, retrace, run out this high again, and that's where you go break even. But that wouldn't have done you much good. This one, actually this one was a pretty good short too. This one was actually a very nice short. Wow. Premium, I don't really want to break it down. You literally just have to mark out the PD array for entry, and then once you close below it, we're good for longs. So just an IFVG here. We tapped into it, ran out the high right here. So look, boom, tap into it, induce a high, run into the high. We're running out all this kind of external liquidity, but we're also inside of a BPR. So this little BPR here, instead of, I'd say this is a rejection block, I kind of want to see this high remain protected. So now we have protected highs on both sides. So how do we know if we want a long or short? Well, you just use premium and discount. And if we're inside of a discount, you want to look for shorts. I mean premium, you want to look for shorts. So boom, we have this, and then look for equilibrium. You want to be targeting a target in equilibrium. What's the first target we have? Well, this discount low. So price wants to seek into a discount. If we're going to be shorting, we want to look for it. Boom, run to the high. Kind of another AMD, not really one I'd be enthusiastic about. Of course, we'd be looking for SMTs in this area, but manipulation above these highs, almost a 3 drive right here with the high getting ran out. Inside of this BPR inversion plus normal gap, and we can see that bodies are respecting it until we do have the manipulation. And then what else do we have? I gotta think about this real quick. Just run at the highs inside of a BPR protected high inside of the macro. Push lower, we close below the inversion, we retrace into it. So after the close below, the entry would have been valid. It was weird because we opened back above it, but my limit just goes off the second we close below, so this still would have been a fill. And for this one, I would have had my stop loss at the top of the BPR for, I think this is 11 points right here, and targeting the discount low, which is pretty clean. This just goes based off of the model. Yeah, this is like really textbook towards what I trade. I think most of you guys can just break this down that are in Black Sheep and then understand it. Oh shoot, what's up, Wing? And for this one, not much actually. We have a BPR here instead of the new. Okay, so we manipulate into a New Day opening gap. Literally just another massive AMD move right here. It just keeps accumulating and then manipulating one direction, and we look for distribution on the other end, which is crazy. But what's interesting about this one in particular, we got the manipulation respect of a New Day opening gap. So of course I want to be bearish. BPR making this a protected high, but there was no entry. As you can see, there was no entry. We just have this IFAG, which I would have had a limit for an order, especially after it became a BPR. But we didn't get it, which is really weird. Yeah, there was no entry for this. No high probability entry I would have trusted. Just push lower. And I don't really like to enter directly off of civvies, so no entry. Three drive run lower. We might have had SMT at this low. I just see 3 drives. Not much of a long setup either. Yeah, I don't see much. That's really all I have though. These are the only trades we could have taken. I only got this one and this one. Alright. This is everything we have. I guess I could just put you guys to study on this. Because I don't really name the actual confluences we use in this. I just go really vague over the basic confluences. But for the students, I want you guys to use this as your homework. Anyways, that's the end of the stream. Hey, Eric, Nibble, Troy, do you guys have any questions? Anything you guys want to talk about on the stream?
No, I didn't take any positions today, even though I'm trading down recently. Plus,
Okay.
wait, what do we actually do for the homework? Just analyze.
I want you to go over this and analyze it and use list out why it's a good entry, mechanically, why everything, and have your own certain type of checklist. Like look at the SMTs, what level we ran into that validated it, what we manipulated into, what low we ran out. Like this one, we ran out this low, we ran into this breaker. Yeah, why it was valid, why you would, if you saw it, if you would have taken it, just your own thoughts on it. That's how you grow the most. Because for this one's really just manipulation below lows. What was it? Manipulation through this low, run into this, or manipulation through the low into a breaker. We reject up higher. We're inside of OTE. This is a protected low. We have an IFEG. We close above it. This would have been a long. Why I put my stop loss here. And where I would have gone break even, where I would have taken a loss, how I would have improved if I took a loss. Go over this too. I kind of want you guys to come to the conclusion, specifically the 1350 macro, because this is a really high probability entry model. Also, I was looking at that one short right here. I was trying to... No, it wasn't this one. It was... Which one was it? It was a different one. There was somewhere I was looking for in terms of shorts. I think it was during 950. There's an IFEG. This one right here. I think. Yeah, we closed below it. Okay. jeez. Okay. We just close below this little low and put it inside of the observation channel. Not that one, it was this one. I was so close to just taking this on the eval, but I didn't. But there was also reasoning behind this one as a 950 trade, so I want you guys to look into this one as well. Even though it was just really weird, it's still a decent entry that I want you guys to understand. It's a low probability entry that we should never take, but I want you guys to have understanding of it and why we displaced lower directly after it. Okay? Does everything sound good?